Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Azer, and today I've got quite an interesting guest with me, Malko2K. How are you doing, man?
Hello, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty alright. I think I'm pretty excited for the next two matches we have ahead right now, the USA versus France, which, I mean, obviously I think you'd be pretty excited for that one as a
Yes.
longtime American player. Yeah.
Yep. I have high hopes for this team. I mean, it's basically the same as the team from last year, but I've been swapped for Airyu. But yeah, this match looking to be a pretty good one. Uh, I know in previous years, France hasn't really gotten the opportunity to show off what they have, even though they have some of the world's most well-rounded players. But yeah, for once they made it out of the group stage because it doesn't exist anymore. So
Yeah, and France actually did have quite a hard path out of the qualifiers, facing Sweden last round, which seeding-wise was fine, but Sweden was quite a tough opponent for them. They almost didn't make it, and now they're up against the USA, so they've got quite a difficult bracket in front of them. But yeah, of course, on their side, I think most notably would be the Poon and Musty, two very long-term, still very active players, as well as Nero, all having several years of experience, having a lot of experience being at the very top level of tournament play. But France this year is also introducing a lot of newer faces like Esta, Logic System, and Vroom Ça Va Vite.
oh, that's how you pronounce it. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, over on the side of the USA, not really a whole lot to introduce here. I think, well, okay, the dude with the face name, that's Tony, also known as Hirek, also known as Legend Crazy Man. So he is not a new player. He has been here for quite some time. And Airyu, some people might know him as Lane, but he's been known as Airyu for most of his career.
I think we need a name. We need a proper name for Tony. We need official. We can't just call him Tony.
That's what he wants to be called officially, but someone already has the name, so he's just kind of swinging on by.
I'll call him T Bracket. As a short
T
for
bracket.
T Bracket dash underscore dash bracket T or something.
All right, getting into the warm up. Lonely Go challenge.
Wow,
Sorry.
that. Okay. All right. Did you blink? I blinked. I
yeah,
missed it.
yeah, I did. Wow, that was very fast.
All right. Now for the French warm up. Curon Hey Kids. What is this? I think one thing I'm really interested to see in this match in particular is last match we didn't really get to see all of the American players, kind of similar to the UK as well, which only I think you guys only played 5 players out of 8, right? So like Vaxley didn't play, Idki didn't play, I think.
Yeah. I don't think Tony played either. I'm gonna give you a spoiler alert. We're still missing a few players. But
I
yeah,
think
but
some of them
that
could
just
be
makes
safely assumed. Like it's safely assumed that Vaxley just does not play until it matters.
yeah. Ideally, they would have him. But that just makes this match a little more, I guess, interesting because realistically, the U.S. could lose this one. Like in the pick'em, the general public seems to believe the U.S. will win. Pick'em was 99-1, but you know, it's not out of the question that France can take a victory over the U.S. here. They have players who are strong enough to kind of counter all of the US players, but we'll just have to see.
Oh no.
Now this is an interesting song. Care to translate?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I will.
Yeah, this is a map by Musty. Musty, a very experienced mapper, but this is not his best work. Or it might be. You might really like this.
Yeah, I think it's a little subjective. I think some people could say this is his best work. Who knows?
Yeah, this is a work of art. And compared to some of the stuff you see nowadays, it's not really that crazy. It's yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to not talk and let you guys enjoy the song, or talk and not let anyone suffer through the song.
All right, that was the best star I've ever seen.
How do you
Alright.
get 86% on this?
You map the map.
No, not even Musty is room. Yeah,
Oh.
86, 3 misses. What?
Okay. Yeah, like we mentioned all the kind of the more or less tournament regulars like Nero, Feyres, Musty, Poon, but also like the newer faces on France are looking to be pretty good. Vroom, especially, at least in solo, I'm not too familiar with his tournament play. He has some insane aim. So, yeah, USA might want to watch out here. And as we go into the ban phase, I am very confident that the USA is going to ban some kind of aim map, either Nomad 1 or Hard Rock 1. Surely I'm just basing that off of my own prediction.
Yeah, I mean, if we just look at last round, both of these teams actually banned the previous Hard Rock one, which was Tokimeki Sugar. So I would assume that both of them are going to want to go for that similar type of ban. So Hard Rock one, definitely a solid ban, I think, for both teams. So that's definitely seeing that for sure. But I have a feeling maybe we'll see something like Kodama. People are not big fans of Kodama, so they. I think like a lot of teams would rather, like, if you don't have this particular weakness, right? If you don't have anything to ban in particular, then you just ban the stuff you don't want to play. I think Kodama is a map that people will want to play the least.
Pretty much. I think the general consensus with the USA team, at least, is that Kodama is very slow. So they, if they're not gonna ban it, I would for sure ensure you that they will avoid it. And yeah, USA going to be banning Hard Rock 1, just as I predicted. Incredible.
Let's see what France goes for. I don't know if they're going to go for the Nomad 1 as well, but maybe they recognize that the USA just bans aim and doesn't like aim.
Honestly, if I were France, I would leave Nomad 1, because if you look at France, they have plenty of aim. They have people like Ryzen, people like the Poon, Musty, and yep, they are going to be going for that hidden 1 ban. But yeah, Nomad 1 is actually a good chance for them to kind of steal a pick on something that you would otherwise think is very favored towards the other team.
Yeah, I think, no, actually, I was going to say, I think the previous hidden was banned against France, but it wasn't. It was the Speed DT that was. Yeah, France don't actually have much many plays on like no one picked that map last time, and their Silver Orbit score last round was pretty average. It wasn't bad, pretty average. So I don't know. It's kind of understandable that they banned the hidden.
Okay, interesting. France going for Hard Rock 2.
France going with the USA strategy of picking the CS 6.5 first.
Yeah, this is kind of a questionable pick, I would say, because historically the USA has been very dominant on CS 6.5.
Yeah.
But yeah, France they haven't really had a chance to show off what they can do on CS 6.5, so maybe they're even better. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they had another opponent, this would be a smart first pick, but they did do very, very good on Hard Rock previously in the tournament. But it's the USA, man. USA is, I think, arguably the best Hard Rock team there is, especially when it comes to 6.5. So it's kind of scary. But we'll see if it works out.
Very scary lineup materializing on the USA side. Fire Your Age. Don't know if he's really known as one, but he is kind of a precision dude. Idkey, of course, Apraxia, and Toy, all very good at CS 6.5. Some of the best at CS 6.5. But over on France's side, Musty, the Poon, Ryzen, and Vroom all I would expect to be very good on this map especially. Because it's not really at the level where aim is super important. Like, this map is not really jump heavy. I think you would
Yeah, no,
agree.
it's all aim control. There's a lot of rhythm complexity at the end too. If you haven't heard the song, I don't know if it's been picked on stream yet because we haven't really had many games this round played. But yeah, it gets pretty complicated. So really tests how much you know this song near the end. And so I think that's where we'll see someone like Toy shine. I mean, we always do see Toy shine on this type of pick.
Pretty
But
much.
he's also been pretty vocal to me in particular this week about saying he's done messing around now. He's ready. He's activated. So we'll see if he can show that today.
Honestly, not going to be expecting very many breaks until we reach the 1/3 section. That tends to be kind of the trickiest part of the map. But so far, accuracy is in favor of France. Fiery Rage getting quite a few 100s in the early section. Toy as well, uncharacteristically. But that is not going to matter later, I'm assuming, as long as not everyone FC's here. And here we go into what becomes kind of the trickiest part of the map. Not yet.
Yeah, there are 1/3 triples here that some people may just choose to play as not 1/3, and already we see two breaks on those, and there's a really nasty space pattern coming up right now. And yeah, it breaks on that one. That's about it though. That's basically the hardest part of the map right there. So you're getting through pretty good with only one break, and it's France's 2.
And actually, I did say accuracy advantage was in favor of France earlier. That has completely changed. The Poon and Vroom with 94%, Musty leading the pack with 96. Meanwhile, on the USA, lowest accuracy is by Toy, which is not something you can say very often, but he is still holding the FC. So, yeah, this did not work out for France. I think we would all agree.
Yeah, I think it's just, I mean, they still did pretty good, all things considered. 2 FCs so far. They might take that back. Only one of them. So the Poon getting through with an FC, but yeah, pretty low accuracies across the board. And the 2 misses on the hard part from Musty and Ryzen. Not going to help when the USA have basically three full combos on that with really, really good accuracy. Proxy getting the highest of everyone.
Yeah, and that is why you kind of don't ever want to pick CS 6.5 against the United States, because this happens.
Yeah, again, I think if this was any other team or if France had a bit of an easier opponent, this could have worked out really well. Not here.
Yeah,
but to be fair to them, it's very hard to pick against what is, I think, universally agreed to be the scariest looking team nowadays.
I guess that kind of goes both ways, because at the same time, I don't really know what USA would pick after this, because they don't really have a clear advantage on any map besides that one. I would say all of the other ones can pretty much go either way. Oh, and they're going for Hidden 2. That is not what I expected. Once again, they should be pretty fine on this. France as well, though, featuring players who can pretty much play everything. I think in terms of well-roundedness, France is pretty close to the United States, and the fact that like Musty and the Poon can pretty much play any map that the pool throws at them. And yeah, they are going to be staying into this one. Nero coming in place of Ryzen, and will Vroom play? Does Vroom play low AR?
Actually, France last round on Silver Orbit, which is the closest map in similarity to this, had the second best score right behind Hong Kong. So. I don't know. It seems we got a bit of questionable picks from both teams so far. Like, neither team has done their homework, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
All right. Yeah, lineup-wise, the United States probably going to have Idki, Toy. I would hazard a guess at Digital Hypno and maybe Airyu if he's actually here. Again, USA, the theme of the year is running the matches without a full lineup, so they could be missing a few players. We'll see. I think in an ideal scenario, the lineup here would probably be Idki, Toy, Vaxe, Digital Hypno. Some of them may not be here though. Okay, yeah, I was halfway correct. Digital Hypno coming in. Oh, I forgot about Tony.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tony should definitely be playing this.
Yeah. Well, that is one scary lineup, and yeah, I would be pretty confident going into this map with this lineup. France though, yeah, they could also take this one. This is kind of a weird map in that like most of the map is not really that crazy. It's just some people get inconsistency misses here and there, so we could see a lot of FCs here.
Kind of scary because even though I did say France had one of the best scores on the area hidden last week, none of the players that are playing right now are really known for this type of thing. Like, they're very good players, but it's hard to say how good they are on a weirder map like this. Whereas if you look on the other side, you have a lot of people that are very well known to be good on this. Even Idki, who is very vocal about disliking hidden and not really playing this type of stuff too often, he can still play this pretty good. So I don't know. We'll have to see if France can come up to that or stand up against that. It looks like so far they do have the accuracy lead with 2 SSs out of the gate. But Putin finds the first miss.
Yep. And just before the kind of free combo section too, that is going to sting in the long run, but for now it's not completely a terrible thing, because he has a little bit less pressure going into what I would say is the hardest part of the map, so he might end up FCing that, whereas some other players might find breaks, just from the added pressure of having an FC. Yep, and Nero does find a break. The United States, though, not letting up, really. Maybe this pick was not as questionable as I thought. Poom finding another break, but France still holding on to 2 FCs. Not really a whole lot they can do against what the USA is outputting right now.
Yeah, Tony does find a couple of breaks, but Vroom just answers it back, and Musty breaks, so that's 3 full combos to none as we get into the harder part. And yeah, those combos are still standing, so 3 FCs pretty much. There's not much to miss on after this, so 3 FCs for USA. That was a very, very good pick out of them.
I retract my statement. This was a very good pick. This was not questionable at all.
Over a million lead right now. 1.1 million.
Okay, United States. Wow.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Yeah, that was a pick. Tony was getting Tony with 800s and Hypno with 900s. That was excellent. Worth noting, Musty also pretty tragic that he almost had a really, really good score with one miss, getting one miss with the 200s, unfortunately. But even if he did FC, it wouldn't really made it wouldn't have made any difference. Unfortunately, yours is just too good.
Yeah, but after that, this is kind of a difficult match to predict now because, well, I guess I said that in the beginning.
There you go.
Oh, yep, there comes the Nomad 1. I said earlier that France might want to leave this one open just for the opportunity that they can kind of steal a pick off of just, like, aim.
I think this is a good pick.
Yes, I would agree.
Specifically against this team, I think this is a very good pick. Well, we'll see if it turns out well for them.
The USA has been known to kind of drop the ball on Nomad 1 a little bit. Like in 2017, there was Packet Hero that nobody could play. 2018 was okay, except me. I dropped the ball. I dropped it through the floor. But yeah, here, everyone's got really good aim. Like even the people who aren't known to be stellar aimers, like Toy, he's still really good. And in general, anyone on the USA can play Nomad 1 nowadays.
This map is also the one with the most. I mean, as it always is, the Nomad 1 always has the most upset potential. You know, like the RNG potential, I suppose. Where sometimes you just get a really good combo run, and like the other guy just gets one miss, right?
Yeah.
So it's more about just. There's a lot more like variables here that come into play as opposed to most other maps in the pool where it's kind of straightforward. Like typically, if you win against the opponent, you're just better than them. But it's not always the case with Nomad 1.
Alright, this map is I think this map is a little bit interesting because I'd say the hardest parts, the parts that get the most breaks, are actually the very beginning and the very end, which is not actually jumps at all. It's just kind of space streams. So could be a little bit of an opportunity for an upset here. But once again, all these players not just good at jump. What just happened to Idki? Did you just forget to play the notes? Yeah. All right. Well, France gonna come out of that with a 10 combo advantage. Crazy. Toy finding a break as well. France now kind of more in the lead after that, but USA still holding on to basically 3 FCs, and it's only like 200 combo into the map, so Toy's break in the long run is probably not going to matter unless everybody FCs.
The chance of
highly unlikely.
The chance of FCs on this map is probably amongst the lowest of any maps, I feel like. So an early miss doesn't matter too much. It doesn't matter nearly as much as a miss in the middle, obviously. But yeah, most of the harder parts I feel like are going to be around the middle. Some of these big jumps, there's a lot of them. For 4 minutes, you're bound to miss one eventually. But we'll see how that goes. France still with the early lead.
Yeah, France holding on to some very good accuracies. USA as well. Idki, his accuracy is, I don't know where it is, but he's comboing. Yeah, I would actually not be surprised if we got multiple FCs this match. I think everyone here is more than capable of FCing this map. I mean, a few people have already given up that opportunity, but still plenty of chance to dazzle the world.
Yeah, and I think specifically the French team, I think, has a lot of players that would stand out to me as players who historically do really good on these, such as the Poon, but yeah, Vroom just find the one break.
A disaster for France because now combo advantage is in favor of the USA despite having only 2 FCs. It's still plenty. Oh, the Poon also finding a break. Now that's a little bit more bad. I don't really know how to describe it because USA just gonna like. Oh, right.
Another one.
Well, yeah, this is quickly falling apart for France. Toy finds a break. It's not all bad news for France. Still though, Habib and Fiery Rage. I should not call him Habib. Habib is Digital Hypno. Yeah, Digital Hypno and Fiery Rage still holding onto their FCs. Idki, we might as well say, has an FC at this point. Yeah.
You just missed a couple of side ends. Don't worry about it.
Yep. The score is just gonna start to dissolve for France. You can see that lead bar just starting to grow. Nero finding a break as well. That's basically the end.
Yeah, so no FCs on the French side here, which is kind of tragic because all of them have pretty good scores, but like I said, it's just the one miss on this map that just can happen anytime. And I don't know, I'm personally pretty amazed that USA still has 3 full combos on this. I think it's quite rare.
This is a bit incredible, I would say. Coming from the previous years, this is awesome for them. Not so much for France. France did put up a pretty good fight, I would say. I think Ryzen and Nero are both on 1. I think actually Nero found 2. But yeah, Ryzen with a little bit of an unlucky 1 miss so far. He could find another one. But yeah, once again, this pick was not really a contest.
There is very little you can do against that. It is really unfortunate that all of their players basically just have 1 miss, I think, or just missed on 1 pattern. I think Poon missed on 2. And Nero now has missed on 2. But yeah, they actually have like pretty decent scores, all things considered, but the timing of the breaks not really working out. And again, there's not much you can do against whatever USA is doing right now. What is Fiery Rage's score?
Oh, yeah, just, you know, like
200?
1, 2 100s. I don't know.
200s.
Yeah, 200s. Idki with 4 misses, all in the beginning of the map, mind you. Like within the first 20 combos where all of Idki's misses were. Toy with only slider breaks. Habib with the slider break. This, yeah, okay.
But if you look on the other side, it's quite tragic. Everyone is like matching their accuracy and just had like 1 break pretty much. I mean, I know they all have more than 1 miss, but they're all on like the same pattern most. It's kind of unfortunate, but yeah, 3-0 now for USA. It's quite hard to be in this situation. We'll hopefully France is able to get a point somewhere. But for now, it's going to be the USA's pick.
Okay, I think USA is in a very good place now. They've built up their confidence. They are fully ready to sweep if they can. I know they want to. They wanted to sweep the entire bracket stage. Of course, that dream ended on the first pick of the tournament. So now they just kind of don't care. But yeah, USA, I'm not really sure what they would go for. Realistically, they can kind of go for anything, and they will be fine. It's just more of a matter of what they feel like playing. Maybe DT.
I think when you're in a situation like this, you want to go for, like, when you have a lead and you are performing better than the other team, I think going for harder picks is really important.
Yeah.
Basically eliminate the random chance, right? So maybe something like DT3, and yep, there you go. Apparently they picked DT3.
Wow, well predicted. Good job. Lineup here, I am gonna assume it's gonna be probably Apraxia and
Praxitoni
Toy.
Toy or something.
Yeah, exactly. Over on France, yep, Logic System coming in. I think he is one of their up-and-coming DT players. He is new to the roster this year, I believe. And so far, he's been performing quite well from what I've seen. Although that might only be one map, but you know.
Yeah, no, Logic System actually did really good. Actually had one of the higher accuracies of all players last round, and only playing DTs. That's actually quite impressive. Had almost 2 FCs on them. He did only play 2 of the DTs though. But yeah, he's quite scary. I think I definitely expect him to get the best score on this map for the French side.
As scary as the United States is on this, don't sleep on France. I'm pretty sure all 4 players on the board right now have a very fair chance to FC this. Particularly the Poon. I mean, he's been having kind of a little bit of a rough match. He's still playing well, just not as well as the people on the US team, which historically he would have been able to match. But yeah, I think he's going to have a pretty fun time on this one.
Yeah, I hope Poon can do good on this because, I don't know, I think knowing him a little bit, especially after getting a couple of misses on No Mod 1, which is kind of supposed to be like his thing, I hope it doesn't get to him too hard, you know? So, because I think on paper he's supposed to do really, really good on this. Poon did get a MVP on a DT map last round, so if he's gotta show up during some map, it's gotta be this one, I think. So him and Logic System, probably the people to look at on the French side here. As we wait for everyone to load in.
All right, there we go.
That must be getting a bit of a head start, looks like. The spin advantage and the accuracy of the intro goes into the American side. It's actually quite a big lead, all things considered, when the map just started.
The map picks up very quickly, and yep, indeed it does. That first burst catching Logic System off guard. USA now in the lead with 4 FCs. Oh, Idki and the Poon finding breaks on the next burst. Now 3 FCs to 2. Musty and Nero versus Toy, Apraxia, and Tony. Idki finding himself another break. Not gonna matter too much here. His teammates have his back on this pick. Now, I am actually... I like this pick because the hard part is not even the burst for a lot of people. Like, speed players, no problem. They are gonna eat these bursts for breakfast. But, like, the aim in this pick, especially these sliders, that tends to be what catches people off guard, at least to me. But yeah,
the mapping style looks like it's very precise, you know? It actually requires a lot of aim control, and Musty does find himself a miss as well, so... Oh, Praxis answers it back, though, so...
Oh, Toy as well. Oh, this has changed rapidly. Actually, France now in the lead in terms of combo. The United States fielding only Tony's FC and Idki's combo. Nero finding a break, though. That is going to change things right back over. Idki...
Logic System as well.
Yeah. Now just the Poon versus an FC and Idki's high combo, and only a third of the map left. So far, not completely over. Tony could find a miss.
That's worth noting. Also, the accuracy advantage that the American team has right now is quite significant. Everyone's a solid like 2 or 3% ahead.
Yeah, Icky did drop his combo, so Tony is now the only combo left on the United States. The only high combo. Apraxia and Toy building up quite nicely, but they're countered out by Musty, Logic System, and Nero. Yeah, this is starting to become a little bit over.
I don't know, maybe all 4 of them can break right now.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit over. The Poon can at most get another maybe 100k score to add on to this. I think it's dead. The map's over. And fails scores count. Yep, United States taking a 4th point. Tony with the FC, 99%. Praxia with 1 slider break, almost 99%. Toy with 1 slider break. Wow. Poon with multiple slider breaks. But
I did mention that when this was picked, this is one of the harder maps of the pool, and I think the scores show it, considering all the other scores that we've been seeing on the previous map. Like, only 1 FC, when you think, like, when you see these 2 teams, I think 1 FC is quite a low amount, you know?
yeah.
I think it speaks about how hard this map can be.
Well, that was a little bit unfortunate for France. They do have the opportunity to pick the next pick, so they can maybe stave off the sweep on their own pick. It's looking a little bit blight, not gonna lie. They might be able to take one though. You know, have some hope. Maybe even the reverse sweep. Not likely, but possible nonetheless.
I definitely cheer on France to get at least 1 point.
This is kind of a very hard position to be in. I mean, it's been a hard position the whole match. Like, even before the match started, you go up against the United States in the bracket. You're already in a tough spot. And they're gonna be going for No Mod 4. I actually think this is a very good opportunity for them to take a point, because I saw what the USA did in their scrim versus Canada. You did as well. And I guess no spoilers, but I will say France has a good shot at taking this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is one of the maps that are a bit on the easier side, personally. Might be a little biased. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a map that's on the easier side, but definitely has a chance of random misses. A lot of random slider breaks on this. Very, very precise, snappy aim required all throughout the map. And when you're playing, and you know, nerves are in sometimes, or maybe you're not playing at your best, those will get you, so.
Ryzen gonna be popping back in place of Logic System. Over on the side of the United States, Fiery Rage, the alternate master, also gonna be coming back. I'm not really sure who will play for the 4th slot on the United States. Toy so far has not been doing bad, but he has not been shining either. Oh, but he will play this one.
It has to be Toy.
Yeah, you can't play without Toy. Okay. Yeah. This should be a good map to watch, I'm hoping.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to say anything for the French players because they did not play like the round of 32 equivalent of this map. So not much to go off of. So it's kind of a first for everyone watching this.
Actually, the United States did lose the alt pick of last stage, I think. That was an alt map, right?
Yes.
So far they have a 0% win rate on No Mod alt.
Oh, let's see if that changes. Is Ryzen in?
We'll just assume he is. I mean, the match started. Usually it would wait.
I believe it's just a client issue. We'll see.
Yeah. Alright, yep.
Yeah.
Solved it. Perfect. And Nobody has missed? Oh, actually, okay, no, never mind. Toy did find a miss very early into the map. Still plenty of time for things to shift back, though. But for now, France going to kind of build on this combo lead as we enter the first harder section of the map. You can see the patterns already picking up right away.
Yeah, they actually just have a good chance to do something here, so they've got to use it. It's their last one, potentially, so Toy finding another break.
Yeah, actually, everyone playing this quite well. Toy just finding a few unlucky slider breaks and misses here and there, but everyone else holding on to their full combos. Yeah, right now, as it stands, if everyone keeps their combos up, this is looking like a very good chance for France to pick up a point.
Yeah, there's still a lot of map left, so I don't want to say anything. And they did just see at the break that they had a lead, so I hope it doesn't play on their nerves or anything. I'd like to see France get a point. They're playing pretty well right now.
Still about half of the map to go. Plenty of time for really anything to happen here. But we are going to enter the second hard section of the map. Everybody hitting that space stream. So far, so good for France. Okay. I thought somebody would miss there. Nobody.
Yeah, me too. Nobody missed there. Nobody's actually missed since the very beginning, so I know the more this goes on, the more this looks better and better for France.
Yep, kind of a free combo section, and France is going to start building on that lead like crazy. I will note, however, that if even a single player on France finds a miss, the combo advantage will be shifted straight back over to the US.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of dangerous.
Very good for France.
Yeah, if we see any breaks in this middle section, it's gonna be around here when the section picks up. Requires a lot more finger control, and as I say that, Toy and Ryzen do trade misses. That's gonna favor the USA a little bit because Ryzen did have a full combo and Toy did miss in the beginning, so.
Yep, combo advantage now in... Oh, Ryzen finding himself another break. Toy as well, though, matching him. Still a quarter of the map to go, and the scores are still very... Oh, Inky finding a break there. I think that's... Oh, Musty finding a break.
Musty
what is going on? That's the Poon and Nero versus Tony and Fiery Rage.
These are pretty much tied now in terms of current combo, but it's the early lead from earlier. Francis have the lead, about 100k. They still have to get through there. Oh, Nero finds a break!
What? What is going on?
Oh,
Tony and Fiery pull this through. There's the boom breaking. Oh, is it gonna? It's happening. It's happening. What?
No!
This is a robbery. What just happened?
Tragic. Right at the end.
United States wins that pick, putting them up 5-1. Do not ignore the scores. That's because everyone left the lobby in a rush. I'm speechless. What just happened?
They're not too happy about that one. People just leave the lobbies early. That stream does that, so. But yeah, Fiery Rage. We quickly talk about this. Fiery Rage with the 800 full combo on that map. That is absurd. That is actually absurd.
Incredible play from him. Like, wow. I thought they were done for sure, and then suddenly. Okay, well, yeah, that's the end of that match. France will be dropping down to the losers bracket. United States will be moving on in the winners bracket. Oh my god.
Yeah, France's opponent is not known yet, but we will find out in 15 minutes because they're playing against the winner of Chile versus Mexico, which is another lower bracket match. It's going to be up next on the stream. And again, like I just said, winner of this one will go on to face on France. So, quite a hard opponent, honestly. Even though France did just lose 5-1, it is the USA, right? I think they did play pretty good. Almost took 2 maps off of them.
Almost 2 off of the USA on any day is a good day. USA will be moving on to face either Australia or South Korea, depending on who wins tomorrow. Which is,
might I add, probably the most important match, or like it's going to be the best. I'm going to say the best match of this round. I think Australia.
Agree.
Both teams that are easily like top 4 contenders or like top 6 contenders at the very least, right? It should be a really, really hype one. So make sure you guys tune in for that one whenever it does happen. Of course, we also have Brazil, Russia, who the exact same can be said. Brazil, in particular, this year has been showing up pretty huge. Actually, notably getting the best performances last round. So, yeah, not a joke. Brazil's a serious team now.
I think they have been for quite a while now.
Yeah, they've kind of always been under the radar.
Sleeping on them, but yeah, they're usually pretty good. So yeah, next in 11 minutes is going to be Chile versus Mexico. Now this is going to be kind of an interesting match because I'd say, damn, I keep calling everything interesting, but yeah, this one for real now.
Can't help it. It's just too interesting.
Dude, I'm so intrigued. But yeah, Chile and Mexico, 2 very, I would say, close teams in terms of performance in the last stage. So this match going to be hopefully as close. And yeah, we'll have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I think those 2 teams in particular are not really teams that come up often when it comes to discussion surrounding the OS World Cup. But it is worth noting it is going to be very close. I think both of these teams are pretty evenly matched. And I think the cool part of that is, from what I know anyways, is both of them kind of share a community together, right? Like that region of the world, I suppose, right? Like they interact with each other a lot. So it's pretty cool to see them face to face, you know? At least for that community, I would assume it's a good time. I think for the time being, though, we will just be taking a break, 10 minutes. And when we come back, we'll be showing that game.
All right, hello and welcome back to the Osu World Cup 2019. This time we're going to be seeing Chile versus Mexico face off in the losers bracket. Joining me once again is the amazing Azer Frost. Say hello.
Hello.
Wow.
Wow, I said the thing.
All right, now this is a matchup. In the previous round, they did score quite similarly. Of course, it wasn't versus each other, and it is now a new map pool, so things could change. Looking at these rosters, not like the most household names you would expect, especially Chile missing, I think, one of, or at least two of their most well-known players, Danny L and Mathy, nowhere to be seen. Instead, replaced by Danny Desu Rifo, Dialson again, IGN, number 37, Dial Dawn, and Zaz Reed.
Yeah, it's Dilson and Dyson. Because one of them's an I, one of them's an L. Unfortunately, with this font, we don't know. So it's like, damn, it's a gamble, you know. It's like, what the heck? Why does Chile's player get to play twice?
Crazy. Unfair advantage. Anyway, on Mexico, a lot of returning players from previous years. Oh, I can't see them now, but yep, Atsuro, Wolfie, Hebel, Autuyo, and let me just pull up the list again.
There's Kev's Track, Riot, Wolfie. I think you said those. I think most notable, the absolutely most notable, would be Hebel and Riot, who have been kind of carrying Mexico a little bit. They're doing really good, honestly. Even for like a team that ends up in this position, like in the first round losers bracket, those two players are still pretty scary. So I wouldn't like take it for granted, you know.
Yeah, honestly, this match is kind of unpredictable because, well, yeah, like I said earlier, they did perform very similarly in the previous round, but also because these players you don't usually see at this stage. Because I think in previous years, both Chile and Mexico were kind of relegated to first round and group stage matches, but here, kind of a chance to play on a harder map pool.
Yeah, if I'm not wrong, I think Mexico has never exited groups, and I think Chile hasn't in like 4 years or something, 3 years. So it's been a while since these teams could actually play on the round of 16 pool. So to first today, we'll see how they do on a pretty significantly harder pool than what they're used to.
All right, this is an interesting pick for warm up. Miraizu, covered by, I can't see.
Who knows? I guess we'll see in a minute. The suspense is crazy.
Mapped by Hebel.
Yeah, I think all things considered, we quickly mentioned that, but even though I think neither of these teams are teams that come up in conversation when we talk about OWC, I think this should be a very close game. They're very evenly matched on paper, I feel like, so should be one of the more entertaining matches. You know, it's probably not one that like people have on their radar nearly as much.
Yeah, definitely not in comparison to matches like USA versus France, which we just saw, but still an entertaining match nonetheless, I would hope. Of course, we'll have to wait and see. It is entirely possible that one of these teams just falls off the face of the earth after moving on in the bracket, but yeah, hopefully that's not the case. Should note, regardless of who wins this match, the winner is not going to have an easy time next week. They will be facing France in the losers bracket on a harder map pool, and that spells kind of doom. But yeah, here we go into the first warm-up. Not going to be put in the double time. It is so hard to listen to this song without double time.
I think both of these teams are just happy to be here, to be honest.
Everyone is running easy. Nobody's having a particularly good time. Rifo, actually. Oh, no, he's not running easy.
Do they have no fails? Yeah, they have a couple of no fails, I think.
Welcome to the reading game.
See, the weird thing about these warm-ups when you're not like... It's probably like some inside joke. We don't know it. So
nope.
So, every time a country picks something like this, or it's just like a cultural song, I guess, it's like, okay. I wish I could comment on this. Unfortunately, I cannot.
I mean, it's just that it's covered by one of the Mexican players. That's it. That's the joke.
Is he on the team? Is it said?
I don't recall if Baoneko is on the team. Actually, not sure. I don't think so.
Yeah, this is kind of like an opportunity to relax, because this song is at 75% of the speed most people are used to.
Yeah, and with that, it's also a great opportunity to shout out banners. If you guys are interested in supporting your favorite countries this year, make sure you head on over to the store, pick yourself up a country banner, and your prize supports, or rather, the price of the banner goes towards the prize pool for the whole tournament. So, get some banners. Looks nice.
Please support your favorite players. Oh, unfortunate for Dilson or Dyson. Cannot tell. Oh, actually, can tell.
That one is Dilson.
That's an L. That's definitely an L.
With the previous font, you couldn't really see it, but when it's in game like this, you totally can. Thank God.
There's a nice curve for the L. He wrote something in smoke. Don't know what he wrote in smoke. His message will fall on deaf ears, unfortunately.
I didn't just straight up stop playing. There, you hit the last note. Oh, it wasn't the last note. Just kidding.
Yeah, Dilson is still writing stuff, just in case you were wondering why he's like kind of shaking across the screen.
Yeah, unfortunately with this iteration of the skin, you can't actually see the smoke, so.
Okay, well that is that warm-up. That was quite interesting, I will say. Otoyo with a score.
The best score on the Mexican side. Oh, this is a cool map.
Yes.
If this is the diff I'm thinking of, which is the second to top diff, I think. I believe it is this one. It's really, really fun.
Okay, well this is going to be kind of a little more serious warm-up than the last one. By a long
yeah, also
shot.
significantly harder.
Yes. Not expecting so many easy mods to be picked this time. In fact, I'd guess that nobody is going to pick easy mod on this, because that would be very hard to play.
You know what I think is really unfortunate for the Chile team is I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think Dilson and Dyson have different skill sets, so they don't end up playing the same maps mostly. It's rare to see them both in, at least from what it looks like to me. Yeah, they did not share a single map last round. It'd be pretty funny to have both of them and Dilden in there. It'd be fun to cast. I hope they make it happen.
It'd be kind of a challenge. I'm up for a challenge. Okay, and just about ready to get into the second warm-up. Let's see how things play out. Now this one is going to be a little better of an indicator how these teams will do. Actually, I'm not familiar with how hard this map is, so I take that back.
It's pretty hard, but it is CS3. I think it's still like 7 stars though. Oh yeah, it's exactly 7 stars. Well, my memory is fantastic.
Okay, yeah, this is a little bit harder than the pool at its current stage.
Yeah.
Some very interesting cursor movements coming from IGN.
Hard Rock on this is quite something. He's gonna struggle a bit, I think.
You say that, but he's like doing the best out of everyone. Okay, now he's
the map hasn't really started.
All right, now things get hard. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, that's a pattern. Oh, this is wonderful.
That's actually a very fun map. It's a very underrated map, I feel like, because it's not the top diff, and there's a lot of diffs on that map set, so it kind of just gets slept on.
Yeah, this contrasts a lot with the top diff. Top diff is more or less just jumps and a few space streams. Kind of an all-around aim pick, and this is tech galore. My favorite buzzword.
Yesterday it was oh, nice slider, by the way. The onigiri slider. Shout outs to that.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah. I'm kind of getting tired of the word tech. I think it's annoying. I don't like using it. So I was looking for synonyms to replace it with. I'm gonna start putting that in.
Did you
start calling them mechanical maps or restricted
Mechanical.
maps?
Restricted. Okay. Yeah. Warm up is.
Oh, we can
going
also
about
call
as
them.
well as you'd expect.
We can also call them professional, or vocational, or how about industrial?
Did you literally just open a
Industrial map
thesaurus
play.
and look for synonyms of tech?
Yes.
Wow. You are incredible.
I hope one of them catches on.
Yeah, that'll be our new campaign for the next year. Start calling tech maps vocational maps. Makes no sense. Let's do it. We've been kind of ignoring this warm-up a little bit, but everyone's struggling.
Yeah, no, this map is hard. It really is.
Yes. Yeah. Nobody got over 100k score. Oh no, definitely some people got over 100k score. I'm blind. Nobody got over 300k score.
Yeah, it's a little
Oh,
hard for all
okay.
of these players to do good on these industrial maps.
Yep.
Now we'll be moving on from the warm-ups. Get started with the bands.
And Mexico winning the roll by 10 points. Atsuro rolling a 23, Danny Desu rolling a 13. Very well done. Everyone give Atsuro a round of applause.
Yeah, we'll see what they end up doing with it. Last round, Chile ended up banning 4 ultra players, which was the Speedy Noma. And Mexico ended up banning Ameno Hoakari, which was the cut stream hidden, the industrial hidden.
Industrial hidden. Okay. I'm not sure if we should expect similar bans. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. It's worth noting they also, both of these teams had notably scarier opponents.
Yeah, Chile facing Germany, and they got swept. Mexico facing China. Not as scary, still very scary nonetheless, and they lost 5-2. Still awaiting on these picks and bans. Unfortunately, I cannot read anything in the chat. But I can guess. You know, from context clues, I can understand Atsuro and ban.
Yep.
And okay.
Yeah, from speaking another latent language, you can kind of follow, but not too much.
Seems like they are asking for you to say hi to them, Aether.
Hello!
I don't know if that's Dilson or Dyson, but he
knows?
definitely.
It's a great mystery of life. It's like Mexico going for the Kodama ban.
Slow map down. Industrial map down. No industrial map this time. At least not that one. I like vocational better because it makes even less sense.
Oh, because industrial makes any sense. It somehow makes more sense than, than vocational.
Danny Desu, going for the No Mod 1 ban for Chile. No aim battle today, at least not there. Still plenty of aim maps. Hard Rock 1 is a notable example. Okay, and Mexico's first pick. I'm going to hazard a guess at a DT pick. One of the 3 DTs. I think Mexico has shown to be quite DT heavy in the past.
Actually, no, one I completely missed is scientific. That one kind of makes sense.
Scientific mapping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do that?
You can do it.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah, these guys are taking a long time to get their picks done.
I want to know what they're saying. What does that mean? What does maldition mean? That's not French.
No. Hey, local translating streamer, help us out.
They'd be very kind.
Juan?
Oh, I was just joining there.
Okay, first pick coming out from Mexico. Gonna be Free Mod 1. A bunch of samples played consecutively, which is exactly what the song is.
That's kind of what music tends being.
Yeah. that's
Most of the time.
what any song is. Yeah, for a refresher, for free mod rules, both teams need at least 1 hidden and 1 hard rock player. So, kind of a little more strategic than in previous rounds.
Yeah, and for the hidden, it's worth mentioning the hidden has to be solo hidden, right? So like HDHR would not count for the hidden player. It would count for the hard rock player.
Now, this map's a little weird. A lot of people tend to have an easier time with hard rock on this map over no mod. So it's entirely possible that we'll just see no mods.
Yeah, I was gonna mention like specifically on this map the fact that someone has to take hidden and it's fairly low approach rate for the BPM and it's completely linear mapping, and that's basically almost, I would arguably say, is the peak of difficulty when it comes to hidden. So and even without hidden, right, like the player that has hidden has to be very, very good at it. So it's kind of like a scary situation for most teams, I think. You kind of just have to, like, you would want most people to play hard rock on this, but unfortunately one person has to not have hard rock, right? One person has to run the hidden, so.
You're not really sure who's going to be modding on this one. Really, it could be a lot of different people. Like I said, probably going to see a lot of hard rock. It is possible, though, that everyone is just a reading baller. This map is not that difficult to read. In fact, I'd say it's not difficult at all. It's just kind of more awkward to aim. But, you know, we'll see.
I think we'll see Hebel taking hard rock and Wolfie taking hidden. Not sure about the others.
Maybe hidden hard rock. Oh, yep.
I think I'm spot on.
Very well predicted.
Fortunately, it's kind of hard to see, but I believe I am.
Yep, we'll find out very soon here once the map starts. And yeah. Actually, soon. Oh, Flame Shot gonna find an early miss. Interestingly enough, I said I wouldn't say that, but here we are again.
I told you, now you're self-conscious about it.
Yep, Mexico actually running 2 hiddens. That is not something I expected to see, and so far, not working out very well in their favor. Mexico already out of the gates with 3 breaks. Chile still holding on to 2 FCs. almost 3. IGN did find an early miss. Still, okay, and he finds another one
A lot
there.
of misses.
Yeah.
It's not good to see this early on, but I think most people on this map will either miss at the very beginning or during the spiky part near the end. But yeah, especially with like nerves and stuff, this type of mapping can be quite a challenge, as we're seeing a lot of repeat misses from everyone.
Combo advantage now very well in favor of Mexico. Danny Desu now the only FC left on Chile. Meanwhile, over on the side of Mexico, Wolfie still holding on to his FC. Flame Shock with what you might as well consider an FC. It's like 50 combo off. But the score is going to start to shift back over gradually. Actually, yeah, combo is pretty matched here. Dalden and Kevstrak finding more misses, but I think it's slightly in favor of Mexico. It's very hard to tell.
Yeah, it's about tied right now, but
now
with 2 misses, yeah, for sure now. Mexico finding a lead off of Flame Shock and Wolfie. Hebel does drop, but it was not one of the big combos, so it should be good for Mexico still.
Yep. And still plenty of time for Chile to take this back. Plenty of time for Mexico to make mistakes. Only 30,000 score between the two teams. And the map does not get any easier from here. In fact, I think it gets a little bit harder right after this.
Yeah. But there's quite a significant spacing increase. Desu breaks, so there's no FCs on the Chile side now, so Mexico's going to fly away with this one. Still with Wolfie. Basically 2 FCs. Wolfie with the HDHR as well, worth noting.
I think it's hidden only.
Oh, you're right. That's no fail. Oh, don't mind me.
Okay, yeah, Flame Shock and Wolfie doing very well on that one. Flame Shock with, let's just call it an FC. You know, he's 50 combo off, 50 slider ends. Who cares?
Yeah, just an unfortunate slider break at the very beginning, but yeah.
Yep,
pretty good
Wolfie
performance
with a
from
very
both of them,
good score. Impressive. And yeah, Mexico winning their first pick. Not the most elegant win, but a win nonetheless.
It's pretty funny. Mexico got the 2 highest scores and the 2 lowest scores. It's a weird contrast. We don't see that often.
Alright, and next pick will be Chile. Give them a chance to tie things back up 1-1. Yeah, and as you can see, that first map already pretty close. And yeah, okay, Chile actually going straight for, hidden 2, AR8.
Quinine or quinine?
Oh, that's a good question. What is quinine?
I don't know. We're learning a lot today.
Yep. Quinine is a medication used to treat malaria and babesiosis. I don't know what babesiosis is. Okay, that's about as much as I'm willing to learn today. Okay.
But anyway, quite a difficult map for a lot of people. We saw it last round, or last map rather. Obviously, Portrait 8 hidden. But most notably, I think this map is a very recent map. I believe it was mapped this year or last year, but it tries to replicate the older style of mapping that people used to do with this type of map that isn't really present anymore. So it's quite a challenge for most players who are not experienced in those maps to play. And you know, while we're at it, because we already commented on it, we are now being informed that quinine is also present in common drinks like Indian tonic water. Thanks, Mango Miser, for the fun facts.
Everybody gets smarter every day. Okay, lineup-wise, Chile taking a little bit of time to get in here, but Karu going to be swapping in place of Flame Shock. Hebel, Wolfie, and Kevstrak going to be staying in. Yeah, it's about what I would expect. Hebel, I think, in general, is kind of like Mexico's shining star. So, yeah, I'd expect him to play just about everything. Wolfie did do quite well on Hidden on the last free mod. Kevstrak also running Hidden last free mod, so it makes sense for them to play once again.
Yeah, unfortunately, last round, no one on the Mexican team really had good performances on Silver Orb. So we'll have to see how they do on something like this, which is kind of a step up, like a major step up from Silver Orb.
Okay, number 37 and Zasreed going to be coming in on the side of Chile, and we are going to be getting into things very soon here. Now I hope this one will be close. I'd like this one to be close. That'd be very exciting. I think everyone would like that. Maybe not the players, but, you know. All right. Looking good.
I think you can kind of expect accuracies across the board here to be fairly low. On this map in general, it's like not even relevant to these two teams, but I think most people really struggle to time this. So seeing like a 99 on this is going to be extremely impressive from any team.
Still done with the early miss. Hebel as well. Combos still pretty much matched. It is the only the... Okay, I take everything back. Karu just fell off the face of the earth. It's okay, he's got plenty of map to recover, and he is doing quite well now. Dilden with another break, combo advantage now in favor of Mexico. Okay, like everyone broke and I didn't even realize. Danny Desu and Wolfie, the only two FCs remaining, and the map has basically just started. Number 37 and Dilden finding breaks once again. I will point out this is Chile's pick, so this is not a good sign of things to come. Actually, nobody breaking on that kind of awkward timing section.
Yeah, Danny does break though.
Okay, this is turned into kind of a disaster for Chile because now Mexico is just kind of consuming this map. Wolfie just absolutely destroying these patterns. Kevstrak also doing quite well. Karu also picking up the pace from earlier, although he does find a break. It is not gonna matter. Chile has been wiped on their own pick.
Yeah, number 37 does have the highest accuracy, but did find a miss or two, so... I think Wolfie's still on a full combo, unless you missed it at the very beginning. I think that's full combo, right? It's kind of hard to keep track with. There's like
I think
so
it
many
is.
Misses.
Yes, that's a full combo. Yep, Wolfie, very strong start of this match. 2 hidden FCs back to back. Highest score on both maps. And Chile, a little bit further off from the mark this time. And that will be the first break point in favor of Mexico. A very handy gift from Chile, I think, for Mexico.
Their pick now, so a lot of things on the table still.
Yep, that is true. We have only seen 2 maps. And there are still many more to pick from. And yeah, Mexico going to be going for No Mod 5. Senkyo Ranbu.
These are some interesting picks. They're all going for like the weirder maps. Not even weirder, but like the more like specialized maps, I guess.
Yeah, I said coming into this match, I'm expecting Mexico to put a lot of emphasis on DT, and no, you know, just free mod 1, no mod 5, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if they had picked Hidden 2 if Chile didn't pick it. So, you know, I don't know anything.
I think if anything, it's a map where there is a strong potential for this, for individual players to carry, I would say. And if it keeps going like the way it's been going, Wolfie's been doing pretty good, so maybe there's an opportunity for him to show up with full combo when everyone has like 400k, you know? Just to be a lot of difficulties from both teams to get like 4 solid players on the maps that have been picked so far, so I think it's a good idea to like abuse that, I suppose, right? So if you have one like staple player at least that will do good, then it is a smart pick.
Only time will tell. Kevstrak is going to be dropping out in favor of Flame Shock. Flame Shock actually did quite well on the first pick as well, so be on the lookout for performance from him. And over on the side of Chile, Danny Desu has actually been doing quite well, just not as well as Wolfie and Flame Shock. So I'd say there is a pretty good potential for him to carry as well. And we are going to be seeing Hebel drop out in favor of Atsuro.
Yeah, number 37 as well with good accuracy on the previous map. I think I definitely expect him to get good ac on this, and I think normally that would matter, but if it keeps going the way it's going, where there's not a lot of full combos, maybe not. But yeah, that's a good thing for Chile at the very least. I think this is a map where accuracy will definitely matter.
That may be true, but we saw in the match between France and the United States, accuracy in the end, basically didn't matter. It came down to just kind of unlucky breaks in the intro and the ending that pretty much decided the match. Or that map, at least. A lot more decided the rest of the match. But that's in the past now. Now we're here and we focus on this. And actually, okay, well, a little bit of a slip up from Danny Desu, not too big of a deal. We saw, actually, both of these teams are doing much better than the United States did last time. So,
that's gotta mean something.
Yeah.
We'll see. The hard part isn't over yet.
Yep.
Yeah, Flame Shock.
Now it gets a little bit more difficult, and
Danny
both teams come out
there
of
you
it.
go. 2 FCs, 2, so it's pretty even, but the earlier AC advantage, I guess, and some minor combos on the Chile side.
Yeah, this is very even.
Yeah, it's still very close.
Yep. And now the map becomes a little bit different. I won't say easier, I won't say harder, because it depends on who you are. But for the most part, looking like all these players are handling this very well. Keep your eyes on Dilden, number 37, Riot, and Wolfie, still all holding onto their FCs. You can basically ignore the first part of the map because everyone did find matching breaks. The only difference being accuracy is very much in favor of Chile. Oh, and that break from Atsuro is going to change. Okay.
Oh, wait, that was an FC.
Yep,
it's actually in favor of Mexico right there. So Mexico is going to have a bit of a point lead coming up. But Riot actually follows it up with his own miss.
Now it is getting exciting. 1 FC to 1, 2 matching combos, and combo advantage is actually in favor of Chile right now off of the back of IGN's combo over Atsuro.
Yeah, number 37.
Oh, right. Finding a break.
This is an interesting break.
Very unfortunate for him, but still, there is time for Mexico to come back from this one.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential for breaks in this section in particular. I did mention it last time, and we saw, I think, 3 breaks last match on this part.
This, I would
no
say,
breaks!
Yeah, this is not what I thought would happen. But, it's good for both teams. Oh, Riot finding another break. That combo advantage now becoming even more in favor of Chile. Oh, but number 37 finds a break. Oh, Wolfie.
Wait.
Wolfie.
Yeah, I think
it's his time to shine.
Wolfie does have the full combo thing, I believe, but Danny and IGN are back up to 900 combos now.
Yeah, I don't think his combo is going to matter in the end here. Chile still holding onto the combo advantage here into the final section of the map. And Wolfie, though, even if he doesn't win this pick, he has won our hearts. He's FC'd everything. I mean, assuming he doesn't break.
No. Oh. Nah. There's no way.
Too late. And Wolfie out here with 3 back-to-back FCs. Not enough to net his team the victory, but very good performance nonetheless.
Yeah, he's doing really good. It's actually really nice to see. There's a lot of room to stand out here, considering there's a lot of misses happening kind of on all players. So like any full combo is so important to have, and it's so impactful. And it's kind of why Mexico has 2 points there. Unfortunately, they didn't win that point, but yeah,
Chile
number
actually
37 as well with number 37 with a pretty good combo. Unfortunately, broke at the end.
Yeah, and Chile changing the tide of the match, switching things up with a DT pick. No longer are we in reading land. And yeah, he has kind of blown up my prediction that Mexico would go for DT. It seems the opposite is true. And actually that might explain, Wolfie's performance might explain why Mexico keeps going for these stranger, not really stranger, but more, less conventional maps. Because Wolfie is just going mode on all of them.
Yeah, but it's worth noting Wolfie also like can play DT fairly well. He has last round, so we'll see how that translates to a harder pool. But yeah, I believe that means we'll be seeing Riot in. I want to say this is probably Mexico's best 4 players right now. At least on paper, it looks like to me. So it's kind of scary for Chile to go against this.
I'm assuming, though, if they did pick this, that they can hold their own. Actually, also, should point out, breakpoint has been taken by Chile, so both teams with a breakpoint. So in terms of picks, everything is even now. This is Chile's pick, and if they win their own pick, then the score will be tied. So pretty good chance for them to match the score of Mexico. Now this map is quite fun. I like this one a lot. This is a very finger control intensive map. It's not the fastest thing in the land. It is only like 230 beats per minute, but it has a lot of doubles. It has a lot of even number streams. And in that regard, it's much different from what a lot of these players are used to playing. You're not going to find very many 1-2 jumps in this map. In fact, I think you won't find a single one.
Pretty much.
And out of the gate, strong performances all around. Riffo with a slight drop in the beginning. Not going to matter in the end. Yep, Hebel going to be matching him there. So combo is still roughly matching. Although accuracy advantage is very much in favor of Chile, thanks to Kevstrak's glorious 92% accuracy.
Glorious is one way to say it.
Oh,
Does it find a miss though, so.
Yep, oh, and Wolfie finding a break. Now the only FC left on Mexico on the back of Riot. Yeah, this pick is looking quite good for Chile.
Yeah,
now,
I take it back. Well, number 37 does find a miss, but it shouldn't matter too. Oh, okay, everyone misses.
It's
only Dilson.
Yeah, Dilson. Oh, Dyson. That's Dyson.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is Dyson. Sorry.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty good for Chile. Dyson still holding on to his FC through the 2 combo. Well, you know. I can just
back to
curse him.
Kevstrak.
Yep. Kevstrak now up here with even lower accuracy, but a higher combo.
Highest combo on the team with the lowest score in his team.
Not for long. Actually, maybe for long. I don't actually know if he's that break's gonna not allow him to take the top score on his team. And yeah, very quick map, but Chile taking that one by about 500,000 very comfortably. No FCs. Not that that matters, really. Riot was pretty close with a 1 miss. Dyson also got a pretty unlucky set of breaks. You saw at the slowdown, he kind of mistapped.
Yeah, he just tapped one too many times, so he just got chain misses until he could recover. Still a really, really good combo. Definitely made the difference for Chile now, and we're tied again. It's 2-2.
Yep, and now Mexico's pick. So judging from how that went, I completely retract my earlier statement that Mexico is going to try to field a lot of DT in this match, because they are quite evidently not going to be trying that. I mean, they might, it's ill-advised, but they could very well just, YOLO it, go for a DT2, a DT3, but probably not. Now, considering what has been played so far and what Mexico has been good at so far, okay, I don't need to predict because we're already in here.
Yeah, I would expect no Hard Rock picks, actually, like from either team here. So we're probably gonna play the stay in the no mods and the free mods, as they have been. Now we've picked all the free mods now, so gonna be interesting to see what mods people run on this. I doubt anyone is gonna over mod like this one. You can make an argument for the other free mod pick that it's actually easier with Hard Rock than it is with no mod. This one's not the case. This one, the mods on this are pretty hard, so
Nope.
definitely
This
should
is,
not be seeing any over mods from either team. It's probably just gonna be the same thing as last time. Wolfie hidden with Hebel Hard Rock.
I don't know, I might think Kevstrak might pick Hidden, because usually you don't pick Hidden on free mod 1 unless you play better with Hidden than you do with no mod. So it is entirely possible that he just has a better time on Hidden in general. In which case, yeah, Hidden, not a bad idea. But this map is a lot less forgiving than the last one, I would say. Jonezen, as uncomfortable as the last map, as the last free mod was, excuse me, this is kind of on another level.
Oh, I have two pieces of the puzzle for Dilson and Dildin. Now we need Dyson.
Ooh.
Put him in. Come on, guys.
So close. But yeah, it seems these are not matching skill sets. Dyson did quite well in the last DT, and meanwhile Dilson and Dilden are going to be playing most of the reading-oriented picks. Let's see. Maybe he'll surprise us. He'll show up later. Probably not. I would say this match is looking to be a very long one.
Yeah.
If any match is going to go to tiebreaker, it's going to be this one.
One thing that's worth pointing out is they're also taking a lot of times, like making their picks and getting ready in the match. I think at least way longer than usual for other teams.
Yeah, that might be an indication of how prepared they are. Or they could just be, having a good time. It's the World Cup.
How unprepared they are, maybe. I do have insider information that one of these teams played the pool for the first time yesterday.
Well, at least they played it in advance at all, so... my mod prediction was correct. Kevstrak, indeed, going to be running Hidden once again. Wolfie also running Hidden. Habo running Hard Rock, Flame Shotgun, no mod. Exactly the same lineup as we saw on the first free mod for Mexico. Meanwhile, Chile, IGN running no mod, number 37 in this time on Hidden. Did he play the last free mod? I already forgot. Doesn't matter. Dilson running Hard Rock. Dilden gonna be playing it safe with no mod. So, in the event that we did see a 4-way SS on both teams, mod advantage would say that Mexico would win. Of course, we're never going to see that, so don't need to worry about mod advantage so much in this one.
Yeah, it's worth noting, this map seems pretty innocent, but there's a lot of pretty tricky sections to time, especially with Hard Rock, so we'll have to see how much that ends up mattering, like the accuracy difference between the Hard Rock players. Looks like both of them are doing pretty good so far, but we'll have to see how that goes. Still also have 3 SSs on the board.
Oh!
And one of them's gone.
Thanks.
2 of them are gone.
Okay, and just like that, there are 1 SSs on the board. Number 37, repping that hidden SS as we approach the halfway point in the map. Still no breaks, though. That's actually quite good for both teams, I would say. Okay. Yes, of course, once I say that. 3 breaks across the board, IGN, Dilden, and Kevstrak.
To be fair, that
And
wasn't
Havel.
really a curse. That was literally the hardest part of the map.
Yeah. Combo's still neck and neck, never mind. Flame Shock finding himself a break. Combo advantage now in favor of Chile, and the score is gonna slowly start to shift back over towards them. As long as Dilson and number 37 hold on to their combos. Once again, Wolfie just going off on Mexico's side.
Has he missed so far? I don't think he's missed so far. Number 37 actually finds a break, so it's pretty much equal now for combo. It's definitely a lot of comeback potential for Mexico's side here.
Actually, here it's interesting to note that Dilson, okay, never mind. Nothing I was about to say would have mattered because Wolfie does find himself a break. Dilson still holding onto his hard rock combo. He's actually doing very well at this.
Yeah, that's really, really good.
Okay, yeah. Chile gonna start running away with this one, and once again, this will be a break point if Chile does in the end take it. The score is still very close, still plenty of time for anything to happen here, but right now, Dilson not looking like he wants to miss here as we enter the final quarter of the map. Combo advantage is actually very close. In fact, it might be in favor of Mexico just slightly. No, actually, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is if Dilson breaks, but actually, no, Kevstrak does find a miss. So, yeah, I think it's pretty much solidified now. There's not much to miss on, and Dilson's just not missing.
Wow. What an ultimate Chad move. You just, the only FC in the lobby is the dude running hard rock.
Is he gonna do it?
Looks like it. Oh yeah, he's out here. Oh no! 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 He's so close. It's okay, he won his team that point. 400k in the lead, or more like 300k. No big deal. Chile gonna be taking another break point, putting them at a very good position to put themselves into match point on their own pick. Yeah, that was not a bad idea from Mexico. It's just they got kind of unlucky in the execution. Flame Shock did get a single miss.
Yeah, 600s with the 1 miss. That's really unlucky.
Yeah. I don't even think he got a slider break. He didn't get any 50s, so. But yeah, that's in the past. Mexico gonna still fight on here. I would expect Chile to pick DT2 now, given what happened on the last DT. But it's entirely possible that nobody can read 10.3, so maybe we won't see that. Not on a tournament setting, at least.
I think DT1 was definitely the most comfortable of the bunch. DT2 being 10.3, DT3 being fairly fast. I don't know, I think they might go for something like humanoid, or maybe 13, I guess. 13 Charlotte.
13.
You know, the nomads.
Yeah. Looking at what is left, I wouldn't expect Chile to go for humanoid. I think that's kind of like a Mexico map, judging from what we've seen so far. I mean, they haven't really played an alt map yet, because that's kind of the only one. But they seem to be generally good at stuff like that.
Seems like they're still taking time with the decision, so when a match gets like this close and you get into like the 8th and the 9th pick in, it's so hard to like actually choose a map. So you're always down to like your least favored picks, you know? It's like you were planning on picking them, but now you kind of have to. So I don't know, we might be seeing these teams be a little bit more uncomfortable in these last couple of maps here. And this is Hard Rock 2, alright.
Okay. Looks like we are gonna be seeing some Hard Rock. Should point out, there is still a hidden left on the board, as well as a Hard Rock, and a bunch of DT. Free mod is completely gone, as we've just seen. And no mod is pretty close to done. 2 maps left, but for now, let's just focus on this Hard Rock pick. Yeah, actually, this is kind of a smart pick, I would say. Because Dilson, with the last map, kind of showed off he can solo carry with Hard Rock, basically. And there is a reason why nobody else on Mexico besides Hebel went Hard Rock. It's because they're much more comfortable in no mod.
Yeah, it's also worth noting last round, Chile did play both of the Hard Rocks, while Mexico played none. So it might show a bit of a comfortability difference between these two teams. We'll have to see once they start playing, but... I think I can say for certainty that any good accuracies on this map, which are it's very hard to get good accuracy on this map, it's going to stand out a lot. It's actually going to contribute a lot to either team's victory. So we'll have to see. Yeah,
actually, something kind of fun you can do on these short and kind of hard to act maps is, or especially CS 6.5 ones, sometimes you see somebody with like 200 combo, but like no 100s, and they have like 700k just from accuracy. And then on the other side, you'll have like a guy who FC'd the map with like 90% and he'll have lower score. So sometimes that's fun to see. I don't think we're going to see that here. I think this map is very manageable. I think everyone can get at least 95. But yeah.
There's been a couple of really good FCs, but I think this is one of the harder maps to FC, in my opinion. This definitely is one of the harder ones. It really has a high skill cap, so I don't know. We'll have to see if anyone actually pulls through. But so that's why I kind of said I think accuracy is really going to matter here, because based on how a lot of these maps have been going, there's not unlikely to be an FC on this. But we'll have to see. We haven't seen a Hard Rock pick yet, so...
Top 10 hardest maps to FC. Okay. Yeah, you were correct. So far, 2 breaks in the beginning, which is a little bit strange. And this is one map where I would definitively say the beginning is one of the easiest parts of the map. And yeah, already, as we start to pick things up, down to 2 FCs versus 1.
Yeah, I think it's just going to come down to Dilson solo carrying if he can. It's just like the last map.
You can clearly see he is very comfortable on this. His accuracy is just miles ahead of everyone else's. Even Wolfie, who so far in this match has been kind of Mexico's carry, is struggling along with 90% accuracy. Everyone else hovering around 95 on Chile, and I mean, it's starting to build up now. But
oh no, the triples cheese. IGN. No, he does find a miss. Alright, that one's deserved.
Okay, yeah, things are not going as I thought they would. Riot and Flameshock actually holding on to very nice combos. Only Riot is FCing, should point out. But that accuracy is kind of biting them. It doesn't matter though, because there's like no combos on Chile, just Dilson. The solo carry is not going to be enough here, at least I don't think so.
Oh, it's still pretty close. We'll see if any disasters happen at the end here.
Yeah. Oh,
really
right with both of them. Is it a disaster? Is it a disaster? Is it gonna happen? Zaz Reed and Dilson holding on to combos. Hebel holding. Okay.
Is it a disaster?
It is a disaster.
There you go, Dilson though.
How can that happen?
Dilson with the full combo on this. That's insane. This is really capitalizing on Riot and Flameshock's misses at the end, though. They did so good, but just couldn't hold it up until the end. And yeah, they're paying the cost for that one. Dilson showing up huge when it matters.
This is a score stream. 5 B ranks and an S rank. Wow. Yeah, Chile. I knew it. all along. Dilson, hard rock carry, he can do it. He doesn't need teammates. But it worked, you know? Yeah, Chile now on match point. Mexico is gonna have to take a break point and pray that they can take this to tiebreaker and hopefully win that. Otherwise, their time in this World Cup is very limited.
Yeah,
Oh, this got exciting real quick.
I hope every map can be like that, please. We get more of that.
Yeah, that was good. Come on, do something interesting. Alright, looking back at the picks, I wouldn't be surprised if Chile picked Hard Rock 1 after this, judging from what just happened. I don't know, it just kind of depends on Dilson's comfortability with whatever is left in the pool.
Yeah, I mean, we saw at the very beginning of the match that Mexico was kind of just having Wolfie carry them on all of the picks that Wolfie is good at, and now we're seeing the opposite. We're all seeing the Hard Rocks come. See Dilson FC Immortal Philosophy with Hard Rock. Now Dilson FC Vajra. I don't know. Vajra. I'm gonna say Vajra.
Bashra.
Vajra. All right. And now I don't know. It would be a smart decision, I think, to go for the remaining Hard Rock because there's no free mods left. You have one player that's popping off.
Hidden. My eye is on Hidden. It is Mexico's pick. They did kind of just whoop Chile on Hidden 2, but Hidden 1 is kind of a completely different beast. It's got fast bursts and big long streams and not so much like low AR. It is pretty comfortable AR, like 9.2. But I don't know if Mexico really wants to go for that. Because if I recall correctly, in Hidden 2, it was basically just Wolfie who kind of did well. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't
Mastermind American coach Monko 2K.
Yeah. Strategic. And just like that. Here we go.
Be Hidden 1. So yeah, and again on the Mexican side, gotta expect Wolfie to do good on this. So I think they have a strong chance.
This one, I'm not sure. It could really go either way, especially because I think for the most part, the map is generally pretty easy until, you know, the part that's not easy comes up. And then, in that case, it's basically down to which team can scrap as many combos as they can past that section. And then, you know, whatever happens, happens. But Dilson, gonna be dropping out of here. The Hard Rock Man is no more. He is the Hard Rock Man, not a Hidden Man. Dilden, gonna be taking his place. IGN number 37 and Zaz Reed, gonna be joining him. Over on Mexico, Wolfie, Kevstrak, staple Hidden players, as you would expect. As well as Karu. Karu actually did quite well on Hidden 2, now that I remember. And Hemel, actually, gonna be in here as well.
This map can be quite interesting because most of the Hidden players are going to be pretty comfortable on it, but typically the more hidden specialized players tend to be a little bit slow. And there's quite a couple of fast bursts in this map that can be pretty hard to handle. And maybe it's not necessarily the bursts themselves, but also just like some ridiculously fast slider patterns during one specific part that I'm definitely expecting a lot of misses on. We'll have to see though.
I'm hoping this one will be as interesting as the last pick. It has a lot of potential to be, especially because the hardest part of the map is at the very end of the map. So let's just cross our fingers and hope for some good show.
Mexico really need this point or else they're out, so... Interesting early miss. Shouldn't matter too much though. Shout out to Jonathan for spelling out New World in sliders.
Wow.
Insane.
Okay, there's the first
and there
bird.
you go. The first happened, and there's 3 misses already.
Yep. Mexico with another break. This is not working out for them. Wolfie, once again, the only combo seems to be the theme here on these kind of picks. Meanwhile, over on Chile, IGN kind of having a little bit of a hard time on these streams, but Dilden, Zazareed holding strong with their combos. Gonna be picking up a nice combo advantage here in the first half of the map. Now things kind of calmed down here, I would say. Okay, yeah, never mind. As calm as they may seem, they're still hidden streams, so you can really miss anywhere. But yeah, combo is kind of matching now for both teams. Kevstrak countering number 37, Wolfie countering Dolan, and everything else in between.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping Kyra manages to recover here because he does have pretty good accuracy compared to the rest of the players on the board. So if he gets to make use of that, that'd be good. Dilden, not what we want to see right there. So the lead actually will slowly, very slowly go back to Mexico's favor.
Yep, and indeed it does.
Any breaks at this point are actually really impactful because everyone kind of has built up a pretty big combo. Like Wolfie's at 1,000 now.
And we're almost to the hard bit of the map. Nobody breaks just before it. Now things get a little bit more interesting. Here we go.
Yeah, now the song just goes full fiesta mode.
Alright, here come the bursts. Zazareed and IGN finding breaks. Meanwhile, the whole side of Mexico holding on strong. Not done yet, though. Oh, and Wolfie does break his full combo. Still 3 teammates to hold his back. Okay. Abstract going off. That's the one right there.
Yeah, Kevstrak actually with a very, very valuable... No, he misses!
It's gone. It's gone. But the score lead is there. I think Mexico's got this one. As long as they can hold on for the rest of this map and not throw, then...
I think it's everything just got fully reset. Like, the lead isn't that big, but okay, hold on. Okay, there. Hold on.
Yep.
Hold on. I think there's enough maps.
Oh, jeez. Number 37 and Zazareed with the combo. Is there enough map? Is there?
No,
it's gonna
they
be
keep missing.
They keep... Stop missing. I think it might. I think this is the time. No, there's not. Okay. That was way too close for comfort for Mexico.
That was weird. Oh, that was really, really tragic from Kevstrak. He comboed the hard part and no one else did, and then as soon as it's over finds a miss. It was really, really tragic, but Mexico still gets the yeah, Wolfie did find a miss early on as well, but getting the MVP in this one, I believe. And yeah, we have a potential for a tiebreak here, but as I mentioned earlier, it's now Chile's pick, and if they play around Dilson, I think the Hard Rock one's still open. They have a strong potential to just have him carry pretty hard, like he has for their last 2 picks.
I'd say they just need to have faith and go all in for Hard Rock 1, straight up, or DT2 also. Potentially, Dyson. I think he did quite well on DT1, and although that is not 10.3. It is kind of comparable in terms of the skill set required, which is, I guess, bursts. I mean, they're much faster bursts, but usually if you can do something like DT1, you can play DT2 quite well as well. But, yeah, I don't know. I think the safer bet would be to go for Hard Rock 1 for Chile. I definitely would not go anywhere near Humanoid. No way. Not after that. Like, it's kind of hard to describe what's going on here. Mexico's kind of just going for all the maps that are not farm maps, things that would never give you PP in any world. And yeah, it is more or less working out for them, but it is getting very close. And I don't think Chile would want to risk that.
There's not many maps open. Both of these teams just kind of fully exhausted their comfortable picks, and they're going to go with DT3. It's just arguably the hardest map in the pool, I think.
Oh, this is a risk.
This is definitely a risk. But I mean, at this point, right? At this point, who knows? We're 8 maps in. Like I said at the beginning, every team is exhausted all of their favorable picks. So we'll have to see what happens. But it's see if Mexico can force the tiebreaker, or if Chile flies away with this one.
Yep, and Dyson does come back in, the DT staple of Chile, in here. Don't know who they're gonna pick for their fourth. Wolfie and Kevstrak in for this as well, Habel as well, and Riot. Actually, Riot also did notably quite well on DT1, I believe. So, yeah, I don't know who this favors. I don't think it favors either one. This really could go either way, but, you know.
Yeah, this is a gamble.
I think no matter what Chile could have picked from, it was going to be a gamble, but I'd say Hard Rock 1 is a safer gamble, because they've already proven that Dilson, rather. I already confused them. It's been 1 hour. But yeah, in Hard Rock, Dilson has kind of proven that he can indeed carry, whereas on DT, it was more of a team effort, not so much as much of a carry as it was in the free mod and Hard Rock 2. But, you know, it is what it is. You can maybe this is their trump card. Maybe they're just all really good at this and they've been saving it for this moment. That'd be a pleasant surprise for Mexico, surely.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this ends up playing out, but yeah, we haven't really seen a pick like this before, so this is it's gonna be interesting. See who trips up on the streams and who trips up on the complicated aim.
Let's see. Okay, Rifo gonna be the only person finding a break on that burst. Oh, Kevstrak finding one right away after though. So combos are still matching. Just kidding.
I think we're gonna see a lot of that. This map's pretty hard.
Yeah. Okay, so far so good for Chile. Danny Desu finds a break, but it's okay. It's okay. They still have 2 FCs countering Wolfie and Riot.
Oh, Danny missed on like nothing.
Oh, Wolfie finds a break, and now Riot is suddenly the only person holding a full combo in Mexico. Meanwhile, on the side of Chile, number 37 and Dilson just having a very good time with this. It's not completely over for Mexico. Chile does still have the opportunity to fumble here.
Yeah. It's worth noting there's a very, very sizable accuracy advantage as well, notably because of Kevstrak has 91% right now. I think they still have a bit of a lead though.
Oh, but Hebel also breaks his combo. Now it's Dilson and Danny Desu with the highest combos over on Chile. Kind of. Oh, dang. Okay. It was almost an opportunity for Riot to get that.
Wolfie and Danny, I think, right now, because Riot and Dyson also missed, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
It's kind of reset now, but Chile has such a big lead that I think it's just like over already, unless maybe like Wolfie can keep the combo up and everyone else can miss. But
if Danny Desu finds a miss, oh, now it's getting real.
All right, Wolfie has to do this.
Still a quarter of the map remaining. Things are not over for Mexico. It could go their way. Danny Desu finding another break. Number 37 with the break as well. They just need to hold on here. Oh,
there's a chance. That's a lot of score left.
Slim. It is so unbelievably slim. Wolfie needs the power of time on his hands. Is he gonna do it? I don't think so. It's over. It's over. Chile gonna be taking the final point of the match, putting them up 5-3 and winning them the match. Wow, what a match, dude.
Actually, number 37 with 98% on this? That's like really good, actually.
Yeah.
Definitely deserved that point. over Mexico. Unfortunately for Mexico, that will be it, as it was a losers bracket game, so they're not going to be exiting the tournament. Unfortunately for them, Chile though moving on to face France, and yeah, they've got a tough road ahead. I think France is definitely a very very hard opponent to face.
Yeah. Well, they have nonetheless gotten farther than they have in any other World Cup. That is Mexico. Chile as well, actually. Both of these teams, I think, never making out of group stage. I think we discussed before. And yeah, making it to the bracket is very good nonetheless. So thank you, Mexico, for joining us this World Cup, and hope to see them next year. But yeah, Chile, pretty good. I will say, especially like some star performances from a few select players. Oh yeah, before I forget, Wolfie, man, he was like the player for Mexico, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Chile with Dilson and Dilden on DT, and just like in general, I think
A lot of really good like individual player performances to point out there. But yeah, unfortunately, that will be all we're seeing for the Mexican side, and that's actually all the matches we have to do for now. So we'll be seeing you guys in 5 hours. Actually, there's a lot of games to play tomorrow, huh? When you think about it,
yeah,
a lot of
good results.
a lot of pretty early times, I would say. Just looking at the schedule. But yeah, I think a lot of the big hitters, Australia, Korea tomorrow, Brazil, Russia tomorrow, definitely very important and close matches to tune in for. So make sure you do so. For now, that'll be it for us, though. We'll be back in 5 hours for Canada versus Indonesia. Marco, thanks for commentating with me. It was a blast.
Yeah, thank you as well.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.